Bang, that's me, Token Vaping. How's it going, guys? So today's juice review is coming from a group, and I know you guys have seen them. If you follow, Instagram at all, if you're on social media actively, you've seen this line. It's basically, it's from indulgenceinnovations.com. If you go to that website, you can actually purchase these flavors. It's from the line called One Last Drop. And it's kind of hard to see because of one of the unique things that they do with the label. It is a frosted glass bottle, as you can see, like this, but the label, with the label being put on, it makes it clear, so you can actually see through the bottle, which is actually kind of cool. I mean, it's nothing extravagant, it's nothing, revolutionary, so to speak, but it's kind of eye-catching, it's kind of slick. I think it's cool. So, name of the company right here is One Last Drop. This is the logo somewhat, and then it has the flavor profile, or just the flavor name in here with a picture to represent it. This does have a batch and born on date, which is actually really cool when trying to keep track of when specific batches and bottles were done, so that God forbid if there ever is an issue with a specific bottle, they can literally trace it back to almost the exact batch that it came from, so that they can figure out what could have or might have gone wrong. You do have your ingredients and warning label on this side, and because this company is based in Canada, you do have English on one side and French on the other. So that's really cool that they accommodate that as well. It is an 80-20 mix, and it is offered in a 0, 3, and a 6. So it's, again, it's just a company that is more focused on the enjoyment of the vape, the quality of the vape and flavors, more so than how much nicotine you can get out of it. So, it's just a really nice little heads up type thing. So we're gonna go ahead and bust this open. This is a first vape first review, and as always, I have wicked my cotton fresh for this flavor. And Texas Tough Cotton is the cotton of my choice. Everybody has their own preference. It's just I like the way that it works. It's really durable, and as long as you don't mix flavors too badly on it, it lasts a pretty decent amount of time, but it doesn't have a strong cottony taste on the first vape. So, Texas Tough Cotton on Instagram. So we're going to go ahead and bust this open, and the flavor profile of this is it's supposed to have a plum flavor with a slight hint of grape, a hint of vanilla bean, and an overall floral note to this. I'm getting mostly the vanilla bean because vanilla is a potent flavor when it's added into stuff, but I'm getting more of the vanilla bean on the smell. I'm not really getting much of anything else off of it. So we will go ahead and vape this, and we will see if I taste anything different out of it. And just remember, regardless of what my opinion is, everybody has their own vaping style and their vaping preference, their own flavor profiles that they stick with. So I'm just trying to give a more informative base to go off of for you to see if this is something that you might be interested in, other than just looking at a picture of it and taking a wild shot in the dark and saying, okay, I'll give it a shot. So I'm not trying to impose my viewpoint on anybody or tell anybody how they're supposed to react to a specific flavor as such like that. So it just, just bear that in mind is all I ask. So I'm going to go ahead and get that juiced up, re-juiced up I should say, and we will go ahead and get to vaping, and hopefully we will get the flavor profile out of this that we're supposed to. If you've seen my videos on the previous line, the previous flavors, you'll know that this line is based off of a gentleman behind the scenes, who was a really hardcore smoker, and he was looking for something to basically help him quit. But again, like a lot of people that start up juice companies, he was kind of turned off by all of the types that were out, or at least near him, because they weren't made to the best of their ability or the greatest of quality. So that's what he wanted to put out there. All of his flavors have a very unique flavor blend to them. He tries to think outside the box. He tries to combine flavors that not many people would automatically think of or associate with. So in that sense, it actually is pretty cool. Most of the flavors all have a slight hit of a floral note on it to give it more of an Asian inspired flavor line. So again, just something else to show that, you know, he's trying to broaden the spectrum of what he's offering and bring in things that are just that much different than other lines. So I did go ahead and cap my RDA, and as always, I'm vaping at 75. So this is Sakura from One Last Drop. Huh. I'm going to go ahead and drip a little bit more, and I'm going to take a hit or two more on this, because in trying to determine the type of flavor that I'm getting out of this and what I'm tasting, the main thing that I can say right now is this is truly a unique flavor in itself. Okay, so this one is a little iffy for me. It's on the fence. It is a very smooth vape. There is no throat hit. Clouds, as you can tell, were very, very dense and very, very plentiful. I keep getting more of the vanilla bean, the creamy part of that aspect through this vape more so than I do the other flavors. There's a very slight, and I do mean slight, floral note on the tail end of the exhale, almost as you do your full exhale, just at the very last little bit. The floral note seems to kind of pop at that moment. As far as the slight hit of grape and a plum-based flavor, there is a little bit of a fruitiness to this, as far as an additive to the flavor, so that it's not just a straight vanilla bean. But it's really hard to be able to say for sure that I definitely taste the grape and or the plum inspired flavor. The vanilla bean for me just seems to be the center stage flavor for this. Yeah, there is. I mean, it is mostly the creamier vanilla bean. Like I said, the floral note being on the tail end. On the inhale, there is a slight hit of a fruity introduction, but it's hard for, at least for me, it's hard to pick apart whether or not it's the plum aspect or the hit of grape. So overall, it is a smooth vape. It is a really solid all-day vape if you're not looking for anything overly abundant, overly powerful in flavor, or too sweet in that aspect. I enjoy the taste if I'm looking at it more of the vanilla bean aspect. I would like to have seen the fruitier part of it, even though it's not meant to be a super fruity flavor, but the grape and the plum I think could have been enhanced a slight bit more. But overall, if you like, as it is the way that I'm tasting it, it definitely would be an option as an all-day vape if you like the creamier or the custard style flavors with not a lot of extras to that. Not one of the stronger ones in my opinion for the line, but it's still a really solid vape just in general. But regardless of anything else, One Last Drop, Indulgence Innovations, thank you guys so very much. You have an overall very unique line, and it is a privilege to be able to try these and do reviews on them. So definitely check them out, indulgenceinnovations.com, Instagram, Facebook. I believe they're on Twitter. I'm not positive on that one though, and you can reach them directly by email. So definitely give them a look, check them out. There are a lot of people that do speak very highly of this line, that have tried this line as well. So if you're looking for something unique, definitely give them a try. With that, as always, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. anything that I can do to help further enhance your vaping experience and make it more enjoyable for you, that is the main goal of why I do what I do. So definitely hit me up if you have any questions, anything you're looking for, a specific video you'd like to see. I will definitely do my best to accommodate any and all requests that I do receive. So until next time, always remember, vape on, vape strong. Have a good night.